about Donald Trump over the next few days? Even though he's been out of office for a month, he will still feature prominently in this extradition case today as her lawyers try to argue political interference, that she's being used simply as a political pawn. And they will point to a time where now Reuters reporter asked him whether or not he would intervene in the Meng case, saying certainly if it would help him get a better deal with China. So they are going to be using that to suggest the case should be thrown out. Now, the Crown, representing the United States, will say that he is out of office, that it no longer matters, that he did not intervene. And now that he's out of office, if she were to be extradited, he can no longer have any influence. Now, this isn't the only argument they're making to try to get this extradition case thrown out. They're also going to be talking about how they allege her rights have been violated, that the CBSA cooperated with the RCMP to have her questioned for hours without a lawyer present, that they passed on information about her electronics devices, another way that her rights were violated. All of these things, they say, should mean that she should not be extradited to the United States. Of course, she is being accused by the U.S. of fraud for lying allegedly to a bank about the involvement of a Huawei subsidiary in potentially violating sanctions against Iran.
Now, we've seen this past week that Canada has pledges of support from the U.S. in freeing the two Michaels from China. How might that have an effect on Meng's case?
Well, that is the big question. A lot of those supporters of the two Michaels have been hopeful that with the new Biden administration, we could see changes, we could see things move along. But there are still a lot of questions at this point. The U.S. Secretary of State spoke with Rosemary Barton yesterday, reiterated their support to see the freeing of the two Michaels. But when asked about the reports of a potential deal about Meng Wanzhou, he said that they have to be considered separately to geopolitical concerns.
All of these matters are matters for our Department of Justice to look at and consider. We follow the law, we follow the facts, and one of the things that we don't do is have politics or foreign policy interfere in the workings of the Justice Department. So these are matters that are properly in their jurisdiction.
So certainly a lot of things still at play. Of course, the two Michaels, though, still remain in prison in China over 2 years since they were arrested.
Okay, Susanna, thank you for that. The CBC's Susanna De Silva in Vancouver. Well, some other